coming from the G512 Carbon, I'm gonna be changing to this guy, the G915 TKL keyboard in white. This guy will definitely give me a smaller footprint than what I'm using right now. This comes bundled with the G304 white wireless LIGHTSPEED gaming mouse. It's a really basic mouse. This bundle went for around 80 bucks. It's really quite a steal. I'm not gonna be reviewing this guy, just gonna be unboxing it and see what I feel.
Right, this feels real sturdy. That box is quite tight. Oh my god. I've got the tactile keycaps just because I'm used to it. My G512 Carbon is also using a tactile keypad. I really like the feel of it. Alright, how pretty is that? Alright. Nice. It's pretty heavy for a small keyboard. There isn't really that flex, which is good. That's more indicative of a cheap keyboard. Damn, I'm really excited for this, guys. Woo! Perfect. It's real thin, but I should be okay. I should be able to get used to it. Perfect. So like a standard affair, it comes with these legs that you can prop up. I probably use this. I'm very used to having my keyboard at somewhat of incline. Can either use it in this setting, or I believe there's a second setting as well. If you don't want it as high, you can flip one of the legs down. Yep, just use one, so that's a middle height. Just like that. So this has a bit less of incline. You use whatever's comfortable for you. So other things that come with the box, I can see they have here very nice rated charging cable. This is USB Type A to micro USB. It's not USB-C, but it will fine in a pinch. Very nice cable, by the way. And of course, like most Logitech products, they have this dongle where it plugs straight into your PC and it will work perfectly. It should work better than a standard Bluetooth affair. Alright, this keyboard has like a nice receptacle or hole right here. You can put a dongle. If you want to be mobile, move it around. You can slot this guy right in there. Goes in like this. Alright, stash it there. You have the micro USB cable port, so you plug it right in there, and the other end into any USB port, and you can go on charging this keyboard. Apparently this guy, if I'm not wrong, on one charge you can go for 40 hours, so that's plenty long. Depends on the usage. You have to charge probably either once every 2 weeks or 1 week, which is fine by me. I hope they have some kind of indicator so I know when it's time to charge. Next, coming from a G402 to this guy right here, the G304. It's a bit of a smaller mouse. I hope I can get used to it. I don't really like hostile mouse, so I hope this is not too small. Otherwise, I may have to change this out for something else. But I just really like it because it's white and of course no cables. I'm just trying to downsize my setup here if you guys haven't realized. Right. Comes in a very simple like foam box. That's the mouse. Black and white. I think that's fine. That's still not too small. Could get used to it. Feels good and clicky. Of course, this comes with a dongle as well. Let's pull this guy out. Should be underneath there. Alright. This comes with included. Looks like Duracell to me. Yes, it is. Look at that. It's nestled right in here. Charging cable, I believe. I think I know where it is. Should be right inside here somewhere. It feels real light though. I somehow prefer heavier mouses, but we'll see. I was figuring out where the batteries and where the dongle is, and I realized that I can do this. Usually Logitech mouse have it right at the bottom, but this guy just gotta select the top open like this. There goes the battery, and there's a dongle right here. The mini one as well, just like that. Plug this in, and we're good to go. particular mention. I like this guy right here. The volume control is real handy, which previously I don't have, and the rest of the buttons are, you know, pretty standard affair in terms of the TKL keyboards go. So nothing too fancy. Alright, we wouldn't call this downsizing if I weren't going for ITX build. That's what we're doing right here. It's based off this guy, the NR200 by CoolerMaster. I chose to go with a full, you know, mesh side panel instead of a glass panel for better airflow, and I don't want any of that RGB no more. I just want to keep it simple, and of course, if I make a cable mess, I can't see nothing of it, but of course I try to do my best of it to have good airflow for the case. And going into this, I really knew that ITX build is kind of a niche. Definitely expect to pay higher prices for the parts you're gonna get, especially the SFX power supply, the motherboard, and things that go along with it as well. But it's mainly the SFX power supply that's real expensive, and ITX boards are generally more expensive. ATX and MATX is usually more reasonably priced, and of course, building in this day and this age, in this pandemic, it's real hard to get parts, and cryptocurrency mining, or rather the cryptocurrency boom, isn't helping either. So I didn't manage to get any new 30 series cards, not any new 5000 series CPUs. I'm just using some of my old parts that I have with me. Without further ado, let's proceed to introduce the rest of the parts. Alright, that's a CoolerMaster NR200. I got this at a good price of 93 bucks from Shopee. And that's the Corsair SF750. It's generally more expensive. I managed to buy it 259 from Bisgram at Simlim. This guy right here. It's called a B550i Aorus Pro AX. I got this from Amazon. This went for 243. And this guy was hard to find, but I managed to find it in Bisgram at Simlim yet again. I paid 77 bucks for this cooler by Scythe. It's a Scythe Fumatu. It's a dual fan cooler that's pretty beefy, and it barely fits this case, but it works real fine according to a lot of Reddit users. And I got a pack of 6 steam fans from ID Cooling. That's the NO12015XT. In reality, I only need 4, so I probably have 2 spare to keep somewhat. Here I have the RTX 2070 Super M by Zotac. It's a used card that I found on Carousel Marketplace for 500 bucks. I actually have a 2060 Super. I sold it for 650 bucks and got this for 500. And I got a new card and got it upgraded as well. It's pretty sick, eh? I'm gonna use this until I get a new 30 series cards. I'm gunning for a 3080 because I have this guy right here. That ultra wide, 1440p. Right now I still can't fully make use of that, but well, we'll see. It suffices for now. Next we have this, the Corsair Vengeance LPX 16 gigs, running at 3600 MHz at CL18. This went for 90 bucks. It's used from Carousel, but that's fine because it has lifetime warranty. Alright, the CPU is my trusty Ryzen 9 3900X, job cost 24 thread. It's not 5 series, but still plenty good. I'm not gonna upgrade to 5 series anytime soon. And I got this, I recall, 689 bucks from Amazon. I have 2 NVMe drives. They are Samsung 970 EVO 500 gigs. You don't need 2 of them. I have 2 because I'm just using one as a scratch disk for video editing. And I got this for 95 bucks a pop. Lastly, a secondary drive. This is a WD RAID 3TB, 3.5 inch form factor. I can't find the price of this, but something like this new on Amazon goes for about 107 bucks. So the total build cost is about 2.3k. For the regular guy, I mean, if you don't need a scratch disk, you can shave off another 95 bucks. So that brings it closer to about 2.2k. That's still rather expensive because it's an ITX build. It could be more expensive because I got some used parts. Basically, used parts really give you good price performance. Just make sure you're not getting hosed. Use speed-ups if you can. If you're using Carousel, use CaroPay. I strongly recommend it. Carousel gives you some form of protection. If there's any disputes, they can help you settle it. And if you can, get stuff that's still under warranty. That way, if anything goes wrong, you don't have to go back to the seller. You just go straight to the distributor or the service center of the particular product if something goes wrong. Alright, let's just run ahead to building. First open the motherboard. Of course, this guy comes with Wi-Fi. We have a plethora of other stuff. A manual, which likely we may not need. And that Aura sticker for some flex. As always, we use that motherboard box as a support or standoff. so you get our components installed. It provides some kind of cushioning and protection against static. Wow, I never knew ITX cases, or rather ITX motherboards, are this small. For the size, it's actually pretty hefty. I think I'll first install the M.2 drives. Remove this heatsink right here. Alright, that's like it. This heatsink is real beefy. Oh damn, there's another heatsink in the heatsink. What the heck, man? I'm gonna peel this before sticking it in. Set this drive. So we just need to hold this down. Screw the guy in. Make sure it's not too tight. You don't want to destroy the screw hole. Alright, just like that. Now for some peel action. Slide it right in. That's what she said. Damn, what's going on? Oh, I don't need a screw right there. Sorry guys, it's a dumb move. That screw is already together with the heatsink right here, so I didn't need to add another M.2 screw in. My bad. Line it up. Seems a bit hard to align. See from the bottom. Alright, seems to work. Yeah, that looks good. Perfect. I'm gonna install the one behind as well. It's gonna be real hard to do after you get everything done. And I really like this kind of integrated IO shield. Sometimes it gets real finesse to get that IO shield codes into cases. So this motherboard has that Q flash button. I believe you can flash the motherboard without a CPU installed in case you need to flash it for some reason and you don't have a CPU yet. Or for older boards, especially the B450s, you gotta flash it in order to support the 3000 series and above. I'm not sure what I need for this, but it's always good to have. And the ports are not many. You have two USB 3.2, and I don't need all the HDMI display ports. That's for integrated graphics, the G series processors. And the white one is for flashing your BIOS. Oh, I'm sorry, it's 3 USB 3.2 in total. USB Type-C, USB 3.2, another one right down here, and 2.5 gigabyte network. And this is for the Wi-Fi antennas. And lastly, you have a standard, well, just 3, but it's fine. It's more than enough for me. Mic, line out, line in, that's it. So now proceed to install the CPU. Before that, I think we should settle that mounting base first. We'll see whether the full mount tool comes with any mounting base. Alright, this is the full mount tool. It's actually pretty heavy. Yeah. Alright, let's get everything out. Right, that's our bad boy. Can't seem to get it out. Right, that's a steam fan. I believe you have to install yourself for good push-pull effect. So I should pour this guy out. Alright. And that fan you have to install yourself as well. It's a 6 heat pipe kind of cooler. It's pretty nice. Stick all around in this kind of a metallic finish. There's no pre-applied thermal paste. That's fine. I have my own MX400. I hope it's not kicked up and it's still good to go from the last build. Oh damn. Let's see what is included in the box. Alright, those are our mounting accessories. I believe you have everything you need here for both the AM4 and Intel platforms. There's really a lot of stuff in there. There's even a screwdriver. What the heck, man, this comes in real handy for guys if you don't have tools. I mean, if they don't include this, they can probably save a few bucks. And the manual, I definitely need this. I don't have much experience installing this kind of tower coolers, except the stock coolers and the AIO which you saw earlier from my current system. Just gonna do some reading to see how to install it. Hate reading, guys. Alright, I really had to study the manual like a hawk. In order not to confuse ourselves, just get whatever we need for the processor we're installing, or rather the platform, which is AM4. Alright, first we gotta uninstall the stock mounting brackets. That's tough. Rather, that's tight. This makes it way easier. Right. There you go. We keep that base right there. And we're supposed to install these rubber things, some kind of spacer. I'm just supposed to place this right on top. It's not supposed to be tight. The screws will go through this guy later, just like that. And I'm supposed to install these mounting brackets. Right, like that. AM4 is the inside one. Should be good. Alright, seems to be fine. I think it goes this way, it should be. Just do a test fit, just like that. That's fine, it's in. Alright, we know we're good. I'm just a bit wary installing for the first time. I don't want to waste any thermal paste, or rather waste my effort cleaning it up if I get it wrong. Now we drop that CPU in, unlatch this guy, get the right fit, should go into place real good, give it a wiggle, make sure it's tight, and lock it down. Alright, we're good to go there. Time to put on thermal paste. Just go one diagonal, don't put too much of course. Alright, just like that. I think that's a bit much, but we should be fine there, hopefully. I'm gonna do it a bit differently from what I researched for this case. Basically I want to have like intake from the bottom and exhaust to the top, and for the CPU I'm going to like intake fresh air from the back of the case. So I'm going to install it in this orientation like that, so the air is supposed to come in from the back towards the front, bring in fresh air from out of the case. Alright, screw that down. Alright, so I know what this real long head screwdriver is for. Try to screw it evenly on both sides. The one on the left isn't going in that fine. Let me coerce that in. Still not going in. Like this. Yeah, it's in now. Alright. Perfect. One hand maybe. Yeah. Just from the top like this. I was doing this. Alright, so that's how I do it. I'll just screw it until like it doesn't go in no more. These are like threaded screws with spring loaded screws, so you know exactly when you finish screwing they'll probably click. Yeah, just like that. That's the sound we want to hear. Yeah, if you look right there, there's definitely some so-called splash damage that overflows to the side, but it's still on the processor, so I'm still not too worried. I'm just too lazy to redo this whole thing. You know, I almost screwed up. Luckily this cooler has RAM clearance, otherwise we'll have trouble installing RAM later. In a lot of builds I tend to install the RAM first just in case the cooler is blocking this. We should be fine with this, so just proceed with what I want to do. Install the fans. I'm going to install the middle fan first. This fan feels really well built. This cushion should provide good noise cancelling, or rather stability, so it doesn't wobble that much. I'm supposed to install these pins into the fan, or they call it fan clips if you will. Alright, this shit is taking me some time to figure out, but it should be this way, just like this. Install it into the two fan holes right here, both sides. God damn it, bad at this. Bad fingers. Yeah, I think that's it. Takes quite a bit of force. Okay, we're good. Take some force. And the other side as well. Do it this side. Do the same for the other fan first. This is a slim fan. I think that's 15 mm thick. The usual fans are about 25 mm thick. I really like these fans. The cables are braided as well. It's a very nice touch. It feels more premium. So same thing goes. Just place it here into the holes and push it through. Alright, I don't think this is that tough. Let's go for it. So I slot this thing right in here. Slot it to the level I want. I think all the way in. Just pull it through. Just get it hooked on. Alright. I didn't do the peel of the cooler, did I? God damn it, gotta review my footage. Fuck no, look at this guys, I already fucked up. What the fuck man, gotta redo this shit again. No worries, let's just give a hit. Sometimes you gotta take a hit in life to learn. You know, I said it just now, remember to peel it off. But somehow I didn't do it for some reason, I'm not sure why. God damn it. Alright, so we're right back to where we were. Sorry guys, I fucked up. I should just put it here to the height we want. Alright, that's looking fine. Just take a look at that. All around, the fans are roughly the same height. And I chose to put the fans in this way because the CPU connector is just right there. CPU fan connector I meant. So it's a push-pull config. Alright, there's included a 2-in-1 fan connector here. And we just plug this in right in, just like that. Boom! We're in. Now we just want to make sure that the CPU, or rather the whole system, works outside of the box.